Today we're going to talk about the artist Wayne Thiebaud and some of his cake paintings. During this time in the 1960s, people were making art like this. Wayne Thiebaud didn't think everybody would like this, and he wanted to make art that everybody would like. So he made a lot of these cake pictures with repeating shapes. Looks delicious to me. He thought this art was for everybody, and everybody would like it, because everybody likes cakes and sweets. But it's really just about making shapes, and making 3D shapes. And that's what we're going to concentrate on today. We're going to make 3D cakes, and we're going to learn how to draw 3D shapes or forms in our artwork, just like Wayne Thiebaud. So when I look at this garbage can right here, I know that the top of it is a circle. But if I look at that circle from the side, what does it look like? It looks more like an oval. I'm going to do the same thing with this tape. When I look straight down at it, it's a circle. But when I look at it from an angle, it looks like an oval. This is how we're going to think of it as we make our artwork, as we draw our three-dimensional cakes. I'm going to make an oval. This oval is going to be the top of my cake. Now I'm going to pretend that this cake is transparent, and I'm going to make an oval for the bottom of the cake. It's going to overlap or go over the first oval a little bit. Then I'm going to make lines connecting the two ovals. Then I'm going to erase the see-through part. And then I'll have a three-dimensional cylinder. Looks like a cake. Now let's try to make a cake again. This time we're going to take a piece out of it. So I'm going to start with an oval for the top. Here we go. Now I'm going to make the oval for the bottom, pretending that the cake is transparent, that it's see-through. Going to go over, the ovals are going to go over each other just a little bit. Then I'm going to connect the two ends of the oval with a line. Now this time I'm going to take a slice out of the top. So I'm just going to make like a little pizza slice out of the top oval, then a little pizza slice out of the bottom oval, and then I'm going to make lines that connect the ends and the tip. That way it looks like my cake has a slice taken out of it. Now I'm going to make sure that these cakes look like they're on plates. Those plates will also be ovals, not circles, because we're not looking straight down at this. We're kind of looking down at an angle. So the plates for this stuff will be ovals, just like the cakes were ovals, just like the trash can and the piece of tape were ovals when we looked at them at an angle. Now, I think everybody should try to make a piece of cake, just one piece of cake, out on a plate too. Maybe it's the same cake that we cut out of the cake above. So for this, I'm going to kind of make a wedge shape, and then I'm going to make some lines going away to make it kind of look 3D. It's best to just kind of look at how I'm doing this. We can watch this video over and over again if you need to. Now here's kind of a difficult problem. Can you make a stacked cake? I'm going to do it exactly the same way by making the top oval and then the bottom oval and then connecting them at the ends. But this time I'm going to do the same thing on top of the cake. I'm going to make a smaller cake on top of the cake, and then a smaller cake on top of that cake, and then an even smaller cake on top of that cake. It's kind of an interesting problem, and maybe some of you will give it a try. I will make an oval plate for the stack cake too. Now I want you to draw at least 5 different cakes or pies or something like that, some kind of sweet food like Wayne Thiebaud liked to make, but what you make is up to you. He made gumball machines and pies and, suckers and that kind of stuff too, so that's okay. But I'd like you to try some 3D cakes, because this is about drawing 3D objects. I drew a plate with a couple donuts. Now I want you to draw at least 5 different cakes. I am using oil pastels, pies or something like that, some kind of sweet food like Wayne Thiebaud crayons, like to make pencils, markers, whatever. What you make is up to you. I'm going to watercolor later, so I'm using oil pastels, and I know that the watercolors and that kind of stuff too, so that's okay. But I'd like you to try some if you want to do something like that, do that. This is about drawing 3D. If you're just going to color the whole thing, it's okay to do it in markers. But if you are going to watercolor, use things like crayons or Sharpies or oil pastels. So take some time with this part. You'll be happy if you did. And after that, you can color it in with whatever you want. I'm using the watercolors again, because I think that's a fun way to do this. And since I used oil pastels, I can do that. Remember, if you use just normal markers, you can't. But using normal markers is just fine. Take your time with this. These cakes look really great. Once you, if you take your time and fill in everything, I think you should probably have no white of the paper when you're done. So right here I'm using a wash, which is just like a little bit of paint and water mixed. If I'm going to do a big area, sometime I'm going to do like that. So this is the back wall, and then I'm going to do the table where the cakes are, right here with another wash. So I hope you have fun with this. I can't wait to see yours. Have fun. These pictures look really great and delicious. And I hope you have as much fun with this as I did. See you later, artists.